everyone, it's Cathy Zielske. Welcome back to my channel and the craft/dining room. Talk bubbles. Today's card is all about this cute little talk bubble, speech bubble stamp set. And it also features an awesome stencil. And you know me, it's hashtag you're the stencil. And I'm excited about the simple card I created using some cool rainbow colors and some sassy little speech bubble stamps. Stick around for my card project that I think you'll be talking about for a while. See what I did there? That card project is coming up next. Here's a look at the card project I'll be creating in today's video. And if you like talking, or like people who like talking, this stamp set, well, it's for you. I think it's adorable, so let's take a look at the stamp and stencils. This is the Sassy Speech Bubble Set, and the sentiments, well, they're sassy. A little sassy there, and you've got your little talk bubbles, right, that you can stamp them into, and there are 3 dies that cut out those bubbles, so you can do all sorts of things with these greetings, right? But there's also this stencil, and I think having a matching stencil pattern is going to be so cool for my background. So I've pulled all these cool side of the rainbow inks, and we're going to get into it. First, we need to get our pixie spray because this stencil has a lot of openings, and so what I want to do is just add my pixie spray to the back of the stencil. It's a low-tack adhesive. It works great. You just shake it up and do a light coat, just very light, right? Get it covered on one side of the stencil, let it sit for about a minute, and then pop it down on your paper. And it really holds it into place nicely and does not leave a ton of residue behind. I'm also going to be using my brand new Simon Says Stamp ink blender brushes. I love these brushes. Haven't even used the cool side of the rainbow yet, so that's what we'll be doing today on this stencil. Going to load up my brush here with Jellybean Green. And I always like to tap off a little, whether it's a new brush, whether it's an old brush, but I don't want to bring in too heavy of an ink color to the project. So I'm speeding this up a little too because I am not superhuman. I do not ink blend this fast, but I'm starting out with my green, laying down a nice light bit, and then I grabbed sea glass. I changed brushes, but when I started to put the sea glass down, I thought, I think this is too light for what I'm going for. So I swapped it out for Lake Shores, and Lake Shores was perfect. Just the right shade of blue, overlapping the green a little bit. And then I brought in Scuba. Scuba is a much deeper, almost a turquoisey blue, and overlapped that as well. Again, just keeping the hand light as I go. Velvet Orchid is a gorgeous bluey periwinkle purple. Thought that looked really cool where it overlapped. And to bring it home, Hot Mama, a fantastic warm purple for the lower part of the card. Now I knew I wasn't going to use this whole panel, right? I like to ink blend, right? Get a nice big space and then figure out what I'm going to do. I wanted to bump up the jelly bean just a little bit, went back over that area, and then I just blended a little bit more over the purple and over the center blues, just to get it all nicely melded. And look at that. Isn't that fun? Oh, I love it. So next it was time to figure out my greeting and where I wanted to place it. And I knew I wanted to at least pop out one greeting, either got your back or you got this, I thought would be really cute. So what we're going to do here is we're going to do some double stamping. I don't know if that's what it's really called, but I wanted to have some choices. So I first wanted the outlines of the talk bubbles, and I've got a piece of Simon Says Stamp black cardstock, the 100-pound, powdering it up. Powdering? I can't speak. Powdering it up. Why do we do this? Well, because we don't want our powder to stick. But I'm using my Debby tool to add nice pressure as I transfer my embossing ink. Then I carefully placed the 2 greetings that I liked inside that bubble so that I can have those stamped on the inside. And I was very careful not to overhandle the cardstock because you can only powder once in this process, right? But I inked it up, pressed it down, and added my pressure. And the result, I have my outlines and the little greetings inside. So we're going to add some powder to this. Sprinkling on my white embossing powder. This is from Simon Says Stamp, the Fine Detail White. I was holding my breath because I didn't know if it was going to be a powder palooza, and I was shocked. I thought, that looks really good. I must have added the right amount of the embossing magic powder, right, so that it really only stuck to a few places. And I just took my time with the brush, you know, went slow, brushed away those extras. And you can also use a craft pick on little tiny pieces. You can kind of scrape at them and then blow a little. It's tedious, but sometimes it's worth it. Tedious is worth it. I'm melting the powder with my heat tool. I always use a clothespin just so I don't get any of that heat anywhere near my fingertips. And then I'll take the coordinating dies for these two and cut them out. I just wasn't sure which one I wanted to do or if I wanted both of them. But I wanted to show you where I die cut. My Gemini Junior is kind of wedged into the wall there, but I bought this little turntable from Totally Tiffany. It's actually a clipboard. You take the clip off and you can use it just like this, so I never have to pick up my Gemini and pull it towards me. I always had to lift it up, but now I just rotate it. It's a happy thing every time I use this machine. So there are my two die cuts. I'm using my Waffle Flower A2 layers dies to figure out the crop. And this is why I like to have, you know, the whole panel, because I went ahead and cut that down in exactly the crop that I wanted. I'm scoring my card base here, and this is going to be a US A2, so when it folds down, it will be 4 1/4 wide by 5 1/2 tall. Give that a nice press. All right, card base achieved. Now, here's the thing, I thought it needed something else, so I practiced just with some of the ink colors I had blended with to kind of create a tone on tone, but I thought I'm not going to free range stamp this with a block. I'm going to use my MISTI just so I get the impression exactly how I want it. So I'm taking the jelly bean and stamping this greeting down, just a light bit of pressure there. And I thought it would just look nice to have a little extra talk going on, right? A little more chatter. A little more chatter for your batter. I don't know what I'm talking about. But this way we create that magic number of 3. But of course the "you got this" gets all the attention and it's popped up. And the 4 reels and "got your back," those are more of a tone on tone look. I thought that looked cute. I'm going to pop this up onto my card base so it has a nice bit of framing margin space, because you know me, love the framing margin space. We've got some foam squares on the back of the stamped and die cut greeting, and I'll pop that up. So that sort of draws your eye, right? But of course, no card would be complete without a little bit of shine. I love these confetti sequins. Thought it added just a little extra. So I've got my liquid glue. This is my Gina K Connect glue. Love this glue. It's a go-to for me. Picking it up and placing down the confetti style sequins. Boop. Not like that. Little dab of glue. Boop. Little dab of glue. Boop. Also this crystal katana tool. All I'm going to say is boop. It works like a dream. And the last one. And there we go. And that's the finished card project for today. I think this speech bubble set is really fun. I feel like I've just kind of scratched the surface with how many ways you could create a fun speech bubble filled background. So check it out. All links can be found below the video. And I will see you back here with another card project soon. Thanks so much for watching today. I would love to have you become a subscriber to my YouTube channel. And if you do subscribe, be sure to hit the gray bell below the video so that you don't miss the next time I post. Here are a couple other videos that you might be interested in watching. Thanks so much and have a great day.